Begin to walk the fingertips forward, taking a gentle fold. We'll tap into the hips. You might sway a bit side to side. And then begin to walk the hands back up. Bring the opposite leg in front. Walking the fingertips forward, relaxing down. Again, you might sway a bit side to side. And walking the fingers back toward the body, sitting up nice and tall. Begin to spark the fingertips. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. We'll bring the right palm onto the left knee. The left arm is close to the body. Grow nice and tall, deep inhale. On the exhale, twist. Gaze is over the left shoulder. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, other side. Left hand to the right knee, right arm is close to the body. Sit up nice and tall first, and then on your exhale, twist. Slowly unwind, inhale, reaching up, and exhale, arms alongside the body. So we'll make our way into table, bringing the hands shoulder width distance apart, knees or hip width distance apart. Splay the fingertips wide, creating a foundation. And then we'll warm up the spine with some cat and cow. So on the inhales, drop the belly, lifting the chin. On the exhale, navel to spine, rounding the back, press away from the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. And exhale, navel to spine. Move through a few of these on your own, just linking your movement with the breath. And then we'll meet in table. So we're going to turn the fingertips to face the body. Just continuing to warm up the wrist for practice. We'll send the hips back and forward. So just a rocking motion. And then arriving forward, turn the fingertips to the front of the mat. We'll curl the toes and send the hips back for our first downward facing dog. Just keep it nice and light here. We'll walk the dog, alternating the heels toward the mat. You might have a little bend in the elbows. Keep the Ujjayi breath flowing. Your breath is audible like an ocean sound. And then we'll look toward the hands, begin to walk the feet up. Keeping a little bend in the knees as you fold over the thighs, finding ragdoll. Maybe clasping opposite elbows. Head, neck, and shoulders relaxing toward the mat. Maybe you sway side to side. And slowly uncurl vertebrae by vertebrae, arriving in mountain. The shoulders relax away from the ears. Splay the toes wide apart, all four corners of the feet rooting in. Take your time here to grow tall, energetically drawing in through the feet, through the midline of the body, and the crown of the head. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale to fold. Shaking the head, yes and no. And slowly rising with a flat back, begin to reach up once again, tall mountain. And arms alongside the body. So we're going to make little fists with the hands, just using the inside by the thumb and the pointer finger to just kind of give ourselves a little pat down on the glutes, loosen things up. And then begin to work your way down. We're going to take a little fold here on the thighs and the back of the thighs. This will help with lengthening the hamstrings as we move. Through practice, you can get the back of the calves here, or the calves. Sides and back of the thighs. And then slowly rising up. Nice. Get some energy moving around the body. All right, so roll the shoulders back and down. We'll interlace the fingers behind the back, opening up the chest. Deep inhale. Exhale to fold, arms float overhead. Slowly rising, releasing the hands from behind the back, returning to mountain. Moving through our first sun A, we'll inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. You can hop or step it back, lowering to a hover or the belly. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. In this down dog, we're actively pressing through the palms, tailbone is reaching back, heels of the feet working toward the mat. Looking to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, nice and tall, reach it up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hop or step it back, Vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Just a couple slow breaths here. looking to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up. Halfway lift, exhale to fold. Inhale, rising tall, reach it up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hop or step it back, Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Right toes reach up, three-legged. We're going to glide forward, bringing the right knee to the left elbow. So you're moving forward into plank. Hug the right knee toward the left elbow, up and in, nice and tight. Inhale, sweep it up. Hug it in, right knee to the outside of the right elbow. Inhale, sweep it up. And right knee to the nose. Knee to nose, moving forward. And step the right foot between the hands. Nice and soft. Drop the left knee, uncurl the toes. Once you're steady, begin to rise. Relax the shoulders. Bring the right hand to the back of the left thigh, right in that meaty part. Left fingertips reach up and back, look up. And we'll bring the left hand to the inside of the right foot. Right fingertips reach up, curl the left toes, lift the left knee, and press through the left heel. Bring the right hand onto the mat. Plant the left foot, windmill up, warrior two, gazes over the right fingertips. Reach it forward, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. And then windmill the hands onto the mat, Vinyasa. Arriving in downward facing dog, take a deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Left toes reach up. Gliding forward, we'll bring the left knee to the right elbow. Shoulders are slightly forward of the wrist. Left toes reach up. Left knee to the left elbow, moving forward. Left toes reach up. And knee to nose. See if you can quietly step the left foot between the hands as you drop the right knee. And once you're steady, begin to rise. Shoulders relax. Left hand sweeps to the back of the right thigh, right in the center, and then the right fingertips reach up and back, look up. Right hand to the inside of the left foot, left fingertips reach up. Curl the right toes, lift the right knee. And the left hand comes onto the mat. Plant the right foot, windmill up, warrior two. Your gaze is over the left fingertips. Reach it forward, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Vinyasa. Arriving in downward facing dog, couple slow breaths here. Looking to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up. Halfway lift, exhale to fold. And then rising tall and mountain with a flat back, reach up, arms alongside the body. So take a moment here, just checking in with the quality of your breath. We'll bring the feet hip-width distance apart, setting up for chair pose. Bending in the knees, sweep the arms up and back. Toes are light. Slightly tuck the tailbone. Exhale to fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Hop or step it back, Vinyasa. From down dog, we'll reach the right toes toward the sky. And the right foot steps to the right hand, warrior one. Rising strong with your foundation, the outside edge of the left foot is pressing in. You're working the right thigh parallel with the mat and squaring the hips to the front. Deep inhale, exhale to flow. Right foot to plank or a hover, chaturanga. Left toes reach up. Left foot to the left hand, warrior one. Nice. Deep inhale, exhale to flow. Downward facing dog. Looking to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up. Halfway lift, exhale to fold. And finding chair, bend in the knees, sweep the arms up and back. Exhale to fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, hop or step it back, Vinyasa. Right toes sweep up. Right foot to the right hand. Move with your breath. On the inhale, you rise. On the exhale, you flow. Other side, left toes reach up. Left foot to the left hand. Inhale, rise. Exhale, flow. Arriving in down dog, deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Looking to the hands, bend the knees, hop or step the feet up, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, finding chair. Exhale, fold, straighten the legs. Halfway lift. Hop or step it back, Vinyasa. From downward dog, we'll reach the right toes up, bending in the right knee, stack the right hip on top of the left. Option to flip dog here. You might tap the right toes behind you, pressing the hips equally toward the sky for wild thing. Slowly unwind, right toes reach up. Step the right foot to the right hand, rising up, warrior one. open to warrior two. Gaze is over the right fingertips, slightly tuck the tailbone. Find your edge, breathing. And then slowly straighten the right leg. Heel toe the left foot in a little bit if you need to as we set up for triangle. Right fingertips track forward. Eventually windmill the right hand down, left fingertips reach up. Left fingertips draw the body up. We'll turn the right toes to the side of the mat. 5-pointed star. Expansion across the chest and energize through the fingertips. So I recently watched a manifesting meditation video, and it was talking about how standing in this posture while eyes closed and visualizing the place you'd like to be or the thing that you'd like to achieve is highly impactful by taking this stance. So I thought I'd share that. You can try it. And slowly we'll begin to fold, bring the hands in line with the feet. Use the traction of the mat to draw the crown of the head close. And then slowly begin to rise, returning to 5-pointed star. We'll turn the left toes to the back of the mat. Move into extended side angle. So bending in the left knee, we'll bring the left forearm onto the left thigh. Sweep the right arm alongside the right ear. So you're reaching towards the back of your mat. If you want to take it a little deeper, you can bring the left hand to the inside or outside of the left foot. Or maybe you've got a bind and are experimenting with bird of paradise. So just making this posture your own, taking it to where you want to go. Nice, so we'll slowly rise, right fingertips, draw the body up, straighten the left leg, turn the left toes back to the side of the mat, interlace the fingers behind the back, draw the shoulder blades together, deep inhale, shine the heart, exhale to fold, arms float overhead. Slowly rising, releasing the hands from behind the back, returning to 5-pointed star. We'll turn the right toes to the front of the mat, bend in the right knee, sweep the left hand up to meet the right as you roll onto the ball of the left foot. So we're going to move nice and slow into bonsai. So shifting the weight forward into the right foot will bring the left ankle just above the right knee. Flex the left foot to protect the knee. And then bending in the right knee, you can bring the hands to heart center or maybe the elbows onto the left knee and foot. Maybe you're finding flight here and you're bringing the hands onto the mat, pressing the shin to the triceps into that little arm balance here, sending the right toes back. But wherever you are, you're just allowing that left hip to open. And then slowly rising out. Left foot to the mat. Walk it out. Return to mountain. Nice. So feet are hip width distance apart. Let's find that chair again, our last chair. So bring it down nice and low. Sweep the arms back, toes light. Exhale to fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Hop or step it back, Vinyasa. Arriving in downward facing dog. The left toes reach up, three-legged. Bend in the knee, stack the left hip on top of the right, and flip dog. Left toes tap behind you, hips toward the sky, wild thing, or maybe wheel this time. And slowly unwind. Left toes toward the sky. Step the left foot to the left hand, warrior one. Open to warrior two. Arms are shoulder height, gaze is over the left fingertips. Slowly straighten the left leg. Setting up for triangle, heel toe the right foot in a bit if you need to, shortening the stance. And then tracking forward over the left toes, find your edge, windmill the left hand down, right fingertips reach up. Right fingertips, draw the body up nice and slow. Turn the left toes to the side of the mat, arriving in five-pointed star. Maybe you take a moment here to close the eyes. Visualize yourself in a place where you're expanding. Slowly begin to fold, bring the hands back to the mat, and taking a tripod headstand if that's safely in your practice and you want to explore, feel free to check that out. Essentially, you're creating a triangle with the head and the hands, so think about equidistance between the head and the hands with respect to each other.
tripods, slowly make your way down.
And we'll all begin to rise into five-pointed star. Nice work, guys. Right toes turn to the back of the mat. We'll set up for extended side angle. So bending in the right knee, the right forearm comes to the right thigh. The left arm sweeps alongside the left ear. And again, you can stay right here or take this pose as deep as you'd like. Maybe the right hand comes to the inside of the right foot. Maybe you're finding a bind or bird of paradise. Nice. So we'll slowly begin to rise. Left fingertips draw the body up, straighten the right leg. Turn the right toes back to the side of the mat, and we'll fold hands in line with the feet. Right hand sweeps to the outside of the left foot. Left fingertips reach up, look up. If you'd like a little deeper twist here, the left hand can come to the crease of the right hip. And we'll check out the other side. So unwind and bringing the left hand to the outside of the right foot. The right fingertips reach up or to the crease of the left hip. And slowly unwind, return to center, draw down once more. And then rising. Left toes turn to the front of the mat. We're going to move slowly into bonsai. So bending in the left knee, the right hand meets the left, and then we'll shift the weight forward, bringing the right ankle just above the left knee. Flex the right foot, bending in the left knee. The hands can come to heart center. The elbows might rest on the right knee and foot, or maybe finding the floor and you take flight. Just pressing the shin, the right shin to the triceps, and then gently sending the left toes back. Again, either way, the right hip just softens and opens. And slowly rising out. Here in mountain, breathing tall. So from the top of our mat, we're going to move into pyramid. We're going to take our natural step back with the right foot. So it's about a foot, maybe a foot or two back. All 10 toes face the front of the mat. The hips are squared to the front of the mat. And you can either clasp opposite elbows or bring the hands to reverse prayer. So leading with the chest, begin to track forward. The right hip keeps moving forward and the left hip keeps moving back. Maybe you just stop midway and you have a micro bend in the left knee, or maybe you're moving the chin to shin, coming into a deeper variation. So begin to rise with a flat back halfway, if you're not already there. We'll bend in the left knee, bring the hands forward of the left foot, and we're going to move into a little handstand prep hop. So we're just going gonna lift the left toes off the mat a little bit, or a lot, like a tick-tock motion. Eventually, you're thinking of the hips stacking over the shoulders. So the left toes don't have to come off the mat very much at all. It could just be these little hops like so. Still great core work and great strength training. But just see where you can go with it, 8 to 10. Nice. And when you're satisfied, we'll go ahead and make our way to the top of the mat. All right, so we'll check out the other side. So we'll take a natural step back with the left foot. All 10 toes are facing the front of the mat, the hips are squared. Again, you can clasp opposite elbows or work your hands into reverse prayer. Leading with the chest, you'll track forward. Right hip is rolling back, left hip is rolling forward. And maybe you're midway with a slight bend in the knee, or maybe you're finding chin to shin. Rising with a flat back, come midway. Bend in the right knee, bring the hands forward of the right foot. And then again, we're just going to come into some hops, maybe little baby hops. Maybe you're stacking the hips over the shoulders. So do what you can from where you are. It's just nice to kind of catch some air a little bit anyway. Nice. All right, so when you're satisfied, again, we'll meet at the top of the mat. Stand tall. Maybe you're feeling, bringing the right hand to the heart and just feeling vitality moving through the body at this point. Connected with breath. We'll bring the feet mat width distance apart, toes turn out, setting up for a low yogi squat. So bending in the knees, bring it down nice and low. We're trying to find a tall spine here, so use the triceps to gently press the knees apart, hands to heart center. Toes are light, weight of the body is in the heels of the feet. So if you're hanging here in squat, just enjoying sensation, go ahead and chill, or if you want to practice crow pose, maybe finding that arm balance. If you're in the mood for some arm balance inspired by our earlier one, feel free to check that out. We're going to go ahead and find a seat here. So bring the sits bones onto the mat. We're going to splay the feet out wide, setting up for a wide angle seated fold. Flex the feet so the legs stay engaged. And then take your time here to walk the fingertips forward, gently relaxing. Maybe onto the forearms, or maybe you have a prop like a block or a bolster. folded. Begin to walk the hands toward the body as you rise. Somehow, some way, we're going to end up on the belly. So just stay, and you can get there however you'd like if this isn't in the cards for you this morning, but if you'd like to experiment with a fun transition, I've shown it a few times before, you can bring the hands in front of you and begin to shift your weight to the hands. Walk the hands forward so that your chest is kind of parallel with the mat. Then bend really deep in the elbows as you sweep the feet back onto the belly. Or just get onto the belly. However you arrive. But we're going to hang out in Sphinx pose, so bring the forearms onto the mat. Lift the chest, the shoulders are away from the ears, tops of the feet are on the mat. So really draw the shoulders away from the ears, avoid sinking in really tall. You want to get really tall. Nice, and then we're going to sweep the hands back to the lower part of the rib cage. Think of the hands stacking, or the elbows stacking over the hands. We're going to rise to up dog, so it's just going to be the tops of the feet and the hands on the mat, the thighs lift off. And then drop the knees, send the hips back, finding child's pose. Rest the forehead on the mat, maybe massage the space between the eyebrows, rocking the forehead side to side. Slowly rising, walking the hands towards the knees, finding a seat between the feet. So the legs are hugging in towards the thighs, the calves are hugging in towards the thighs. Both sits bones are equally pressing onto the mat. And then we'll walk the hands back nice and slow. Maybe you come just midway onto the forearms, or maybe you're able to come all the way onto the back. And then slowly begin to rise. Nice and slow, the same way you went down. And we'll extend the legs in front. All right, so finding an inversion, yogi's choice. You can simply ease your way down onto your back and extend the feet up for something more restorative. Or you might find a headstand or handstand if you'd like to use the wall. Any way that you would like to practice your inversion this morning, let's set up for that now. Alright, so from our inversion, we'll go ahead and meet on the back. Give the knees a hug in toward the chest. Maybe rock a bit side to side, massaging the lower back. For happy baby, we'll bring the peace fingers to the big toes or the hands to the outsides of the feet. Splay the knees out wide. Again, maybe rocking side to side. Bring the knees back to the chest. We'll keep the right knee hugging in, extend the left leg all the way down, sweeping the right knee over to the left. The right shoulder stays resting on the mat. Soft gaze over the right fingertips for supine twist. Slowly unwind, extend the right leg all the way down, hug the left knee in toward the chest, and sweeping the left knee over to the right. The left shoulder stays planted on the mat, soft gaze over the left fingertips. Slowly unwind. We'll move into Supta Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet come together. Allow gravity to do its work. The knees relax toward the mat. Maybe bring one hand to the chest and one hand to the belly. Just noticing the rise and fall of the body with each breath. And relaxing here. slowly draw the knees together. We'll take a long body stretch. Extend the feet down, reach the arms overhead. Couple deep inhales through the nose, exhales through the mouth. And then relaxing the arms alongside the body. Take up space here, turn the toes out, star-like shape with the body. Scan your facial expression, see where you can relax. Eyebrows down the sides of the face, releasing the jaw, tongue comes off the roof of the mouth. Notice how the weight of the body is completely supported. Relax into that support. Notice the new space that you have created in the body for creativity and fresh energy to flow. Shavasana. And slowly begin to bring movement back into the body. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. And slowly make your way onto your right side. A pose of renewal. The spine rounds, the knees come toward the chest. Curl in. Curl in gratitude for your able body and able mind. And slowly begin to press the palms into the mat as you rise to an easy seated pose where we began.